Experts say this time of year, the end of winter and heading into spring, can be the most challenging time for some people who struggle with depression.
Hundreds of Wisconsinites, unfortunately, take their lives every year, but sometimes it takes someone sharing their story to let others know they're not in it alone. Our Danica Lewis shares how one teacher's taking time to talk to make sure no student's time is cut short.
What's that people say about time? That it flies, that it's fleeting, can be wasted or used wisely. Some work with every second. Others work to beat the clock. Before the time comes to come back to the Dodgeville Middle School gym, meet Erin
So-and-so needs me today.
who, a time ago, decided to teach here.
The idea of impacting the next generation and society.
Before that, she ran.
It made me feel happy.
She started her time in college as a cross-country
I
athlete.
can remember it specifically.
Then there are moments
We were doing sprint workouts.
when time seems to stand still.
I was keeping up with the girls, and then all of a sudden something just flipped, and my body stopped. I couldn't move.
Erin's time running at a collegiate level was over.
To have that constant pounding in your head, in your heart, and then no longer having that.
So she started counting the minutes, the hours, the days, instead of the meters or miles.
Oh yeah, I thought, this is the end. I'm done. I'm done. What am I gonna do? I was in so much pain that I just wanted the pain to go away. It's too hard to try and get any help.
It was time for Erin to get help.
It'll be 10 years this summer. So I've hit a milestone. I've grown as an individual. I think it's necessary to have this conversation.
Back in the gym.
I get along with everybody.
Wait, time out. That's not Erin.
It's kind of fun to do the fun stuff, spread the awareness and break down the stigma versus the gloom and doom part, which is always hard. I'm gonna do a quick announcement and then we're gonna draw for the t-shirt.
It's why Sue Judd takes the time to talk about it.
Got two more, let's see. If you can do something positive and really help others, it helps. It helps.
It helps her remember her brother, who she lost in 2012.
There's such a huge need.
It helps fight against the statistics so many of her friends in Iowa County are facing.
Farmers have the #1 suicide rate in the United States, just overall.
It helps her know she did something to let these kids know that their time
Do you want a bracelet?
is far from over.
Pen, come on, I can tell you want one. With this, you just never know who you're helping or when you're helping. You just know you are.
Sue uses the halftime time to hand out wristbands and t-shirts
Do we have a small Shawnee for Maggie?
to make sure people are getting the help they need.
It needs to be talked about to open up the communication.
Okay, time in. When they weren't whistles and...
The entire gym is quiet, like not a peep.
Yes. Here.
It takes a lot for middle school students to quiet down to that extreme.
Erin opened up to bleachers of students and staff about a different time in her life.
You know, I started my story with telling them how many days it had been since the last time I thought about ending my life, or the last time that it was going to be my last day. And I ended my story with saying that tomorrow was going to be the next day.
Time well spent on a difficult message.
You got to keep waking up each day.
Down the hall from the scene of stories and scoring,
We asked them to write reasons why they want to stay.
a collage shows what matters, and more importantly, that they matter.
Even if they don't realize, you know, they don't look at it, it's still there.
Just like Erin's old races.
Just got to start somewhere.
I mean, our time is already short enough, so perhaps it's time that everyone knows
We want you to stay.
just that. In Dodgeville, Danica Lewis, WISC News 3.
Erin is looking forward to running again when the weather is consistently nice, but she says there's less pressure and judgment than before, and she has taken up yoga as well.
If you want to share Erin's story, learn more about what's going on in Iowa County, or know someone who might need some help, go to channel3000.com/timeforkids.